Okay, we can go. We're coming back here in 10 minutes, though.
All right, if we're gonna do this, we gotta do it quick. We have very little time, you guys. Maybe let this one live.
We are short on time. Jacob, is it possible to not kill the chicken?
Is that possible?
To not kill the chicken.
Please don't kill the chicken.
The second.
Yeah, please don't kill it.
We're trying to persuade him that this chicken should live and that this is really not.
And it's No.
Biting the chicken? Jacob!
Please don't kill it. Please do not.
You mean that you don't like to be killed?
Exactly. We don't want it to be killed.
We can't advocate them killing this chicken, and we don't want that. At the same time, this is like a really natural part of this practice for them, and, you know, negotiating those waters are very difficult. The clock is ticking. We gotta get back down there. I think the chicken just got a reprieve. Spirit is satisfied?
It's right, yeah.
Okay, it's time to go. Jacob.
10.
Time to go. Okay, let's go, everybody. We only have a couple of minutes, so let's get down there fast.
Modica Pietro.
Guys, we only have a couple of minutes before the stroke of midnight, so this is going to be a real group effort. Ponch, you're on audio. If you can isolate the track of the tree and listen to it, tell me if you hear anything out of the ordinary happening in that tree. You have the thermal imager. Keep scanning the area, see if you see any sort of shapes or bodies. I have the EMF detector. We'll see if we get any strange magnetic readings. We know our 4 cameras are hard at work over there.
Right.
I think it's as many bases covered as we can have.
Guys,
it's almost midnight.
Noise. Can you hear that? Yeah. Ponch, can you hear that?
One channel, I'm listening to that hole.
You hear that?
Like a plane almost, but...
No, it's not a plane. It's not a plane. It's not thunder. It's like a... Do you hear that? You hear a kid? Yeah. You have a kid over there with him?
And everybody heard a little girl laughing, right?
Yeah. Big breeze.
EMF detector's being a little funny. Getting funny little spikes on it.
Ponch, you listening to that back there?
Huh.
Can you hear anything coming out of that?
That microphone's bad. Yeah, it's static. Nothing but static.
All the equipment's getting buggy.
The mic that Ponch placed in that tree, completely blown out. He's got no explanation for it.
Well, ever Casey's trying to get to that mic in the tree and see if we can figure out why it's being buggy.
Josh.
Yeah, I'm at the mouth of where that tree is. I'm getting a heat reading inside this thing.
There's some type of orbs back here. I don't know what it is.
Holy shit.
What do you got?
I saw nothing at the very front. Poked in a little bit deeper and I saw something deep. Everything obviously in here is fairly cool. It's all green. This was red. Red ball sitting out, I don't know how far deep in there. But all of a sudden it went up and to the right, disappeared. That's when I called you.
You hear that?
That was interesting.
Guys,
Did you see something, Ponch?
couldn't tell if it was... It looked like I saw someone walking.
Hello? Hello?
Brad, this is Josh. Come in.
Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
We got something bumping around in the woods back here that sounds animal-y. What do you got up there?
About all of us saw a figure walk from the ruins across that opening stretch and back off towards that tree where we came from. It was like a white figure. That's all any of us could make out.
Okay, listen. Let's just try and retrieve this mic, and then we can all rendezvous back out by the ruins. Case and I are going to go in and see if we can't pull this mic out of this tree.
All right, copy that.
This is Josh. I'm retrieving the mic. 1222. Shutting it down. So we all heard this kind of low rumbling.
Right.
We all got kind of breezy. We all heard this like sound of children. And then you picked up these 2 orbs on the...
Yeah, 2 separate orbs.
And then we went back there and suddenly all the electronics just totally crapped out. And then you guys saw what out here? You saw a figure?
We're standing over there and looking this way, and I saw baby coming from the edge of that ruin. It looked like something totally in white.
And do we have a beat on Jacob and the other guy? We know that they're over this way. It was fleeting, or it was like...
No, it was like a
slow, steady, almost...
But neither of you had a handheld camera?
I had a handheld camera. I can roll it back, but it's from back there. These things.
But I mean, did you point the handheld at it? Did you try and get
He
it?
got it at the end because he was closer to where
Right.
you were, and we saw it, and we were just like,
I don't know what I got.
And off this guy, you heard what? Static? Or nothing?
Static.
Just static.
All right, so we'll check.
Well, we gotta peel through all of our footage.
For the figure.
For the figure, for this footage, that footage, we gotta...
Did you get the audio of the giggling child?
I didn't hear it.
But that was something, I mean, I heard it for sure. You heard it. Did you hear it, Case? So 4 of us heard it. Our investigation on Pemba Island left my team and I with hours of video footage and audio recordings to review, and more than a few difficult questions to answer. We left the island and made the long journey back to Los Angeles, where we set to work on searching for clues to explain the mysterious phenomenon we encountered during our investigation. For expert assistance, we sent our recordings to Dan Mawhinney. His experience in reviewing recordings of possible paranormal activity far outweighs my own. He sat down to give us his interpretation of our footage.
I found a couple interesting things within the clips. One was when you're approaching the tree to place the wireless microphone, there seems to be a sound or a voice. It seems to be responding to you walking in and placing that microphone. It's within the range of a human voice. It's on the top range. It's definitely a human guttural, growly vocalization.
Yeah.
My initial thought was it was something saying, "Get out."
And what about from the recording inside the tree?
This was a wireless microphone that was used. There were insects within the tree as well. The gain on the microphone was turned up. This leads to potential interference. We can't positively say that paranormal activity caused the pops and the clicks and the static that was heard.
It was tough for us to hear on tape, but we also heard what sounded like children were laughing or playing, and we also heard this low, long-sustaining rumbling.
Yeah. It's not thunder. It's like
The interesting thing about the rumbling sound to us is that planes don't fly at night over Pemba. So there's no aircraft in the skies. And it was a clear night, it was a starry night, and so we're ruling out weather as well. And it was a really distinct, low rumbling sound.
I did hear trails of it throughout the conversations, and I also wondered, if it could be an airplane, if it could be a train.
Yeah, I mean, this is such an isolated place. No trains, no power, no electricity, and certainly there's only one airstrip on the island, and they don't have any flyovers at night at all.
You could also consider within the Earth, plates shifting, that is something that could emanate up.
Right.
That would be something seismically you could go back and document.
Okay.
It is an anomaly, and it's definitely out of place with what you were all there experiencing.
I always favor logical explanations to mysterious events, but I have to say, even I'm skeptical that what the crew and I heard was of seismic origin. Now I wanted to show Dan the footage of the orbs Casey captured on the thermal imager. We see it right here, and then we continue to see it, and then it kind of goes up this way and kind of vanishes.
It definitely kind of floated and went up. It wasn't like an animal that was scurrying. It just kind of was there, and the photo went up and it was gone.
There's some type of orbs back here. I don't know what it is.
Holy f***.
I would say this is a critical piece of evidence.
Do you typically see heat signatures with spirits and things?
Usually that happens in an inhuman situation, meaning we're involving something that is demonic. It does seem to be something more on the darker side of things.
As enticing as this little red orb may be for some, I'm not completely convinced that we're dealing with a dangerous and evil entity. For me, the most compelling piece of evidence we brought back from the ruins is an image that my crew and I could not explain. Let's show you this last clip. One of our infrared cameras picked this up. I'll just